Rediscovering Gita for the Modern World by Shrikant Soman. Based on essays on Gita by Sri Aurobindo. Chapter 14 continued. The gist of the Karmayoga. Continued from the previous episode 89. The Gita's radical path to a higher consciousness. Current episode 90. Karmayoga, a path to spiritual rebirth. The transformative power of Karmayoga. The Gita's philosophy of action and being. Key takeaways. Karmayoga is a path of inner transformation. The primary purpose of Karmayoga is not just to perform certain actions, but to transform one's inner being and motives, leading to a spiritual rebirth. The interconnectedness of being and action. The passage explains that while our actions are a reflection of our inner being, our actions can also profoundly influence and change our nature, making Karmayoga a direct path to a higher state of self-realization. Distinguishing the soul from nature, the Gita, while accepting the reality of our outer nature, draws a key distinction between the soul, the knowing and supporting self, and nature, Prakriti, the dynamic, acting part of us, which is governed by the three gunas. The mechanism of nature. Nature's actions are described as a mechanical process driven by the three gunas. The instruments of this process, such as the mind, senses, and ego, are all part of a complex system of material energy. Achieving freedom through knowledge. By using reason to understand that all actions are just the interplay of the gunas, the soul can stop identifying with them. This allows the soul to return to its original free state and support its actions as a spiritual master, or Ishvara. The Gita's teaching on Karmayoga focuses on transforming our being. This change shifts the inner spirit and motive of our actions. The outward actions may look the same. The core message is to change your being and be reborn into the spirit. Then, continue with the action that the spirit has given you. Or, said another way, use your work to achieve a spiritual rebirth. After becoming divine, continue doing divine works. You act as an instrument of the divine to guide people. The two keys. Two things must be understood. The way to this new divine birth, and the spirit of the work. These two are practically the same. The spirit of our action comes from our inner being. But our being is also affected by our actions. A great change in our works can change our nature. It can shift our center of conscious force. The soul develops itself through life and works. The way our inner soul works determines its relationship to the spirit. This is why Karmayoga is a way to a higher self-realization, the nature of being and action. We start with the idea that our current life is not our whole existence. It depends heavily on our physical and vital nature. There is a hidden self within us. Our current nature is only an outer appearance of it. The Gita believes this outer nature is real. It does not say it's an illusion. It accepts the Sankhya philosophy. This philosophy distinguishes between the soul and nature. The soul knows and supports. Nature works and acts. The Gita calls the free soul the one omnipresent self, or Brahman. It is different from our changing dynamic being. The changing being is the basis for personality. The mechanism of nature. What then is this action of nature? It is a process called Prakriti. Prakriti is the interplay of three fundamental qualities, called gunas. The medium for this process is a complex system. This system evolves through different instruments of Prakriti. These instruments include reason, ego, mind, senses, and material energy. These are all mechanical. They are like a complex machine. They are all part of material energy. They become manifest as the soul becomes aware of them. This happens through an upward evolution. It starts with matter, then senses, mind, reason, and finally spiritual consciousness. Reason, focused on nature's workings, can detect their true character. It can see them as a play of the three gunas. It can then distinguish between the soul and these workings. This gives the soul a chance to become free. It can return to its original immutable existence. In Vedantic terms, it sees the spirit. It stops identifying with nature's workings. It identifies with its true self. It regains its spiritual self-existence. According to the Gita, from this spiritual state, it can freely support its own actions as the master, the Ishvara.